Hello YouTube, welcome to a late night video. Tonight we are playing Lee Sin and I will demonstrate how to dominate the early game with Lee Sin. So Lee Sin is a very popular champion, in my opinion a too popular champion, because I don't think that everyone who plays Lee Sin should be playing Lee Sin due to the fact that they can't play the champion good enough. So, but for those of you who are interested in Lee Sin and want to learn him or already play him and want to just learn the macro of Lee Sin, I will demonstrate it. Lee Sin is kind of a champion that is almost seemed like a one-trick champion, or at least a champion that you play a lot. Not only to learn, but also to fully understand all of the mechanics for. I actually think we can invade him on his blue here. If he starts blue, then we can go. If he doesn't start blue, then he starts on wolves. The reason why we're doing this is because we want to stop Fiddlesticks from full clearing. But we can't really do that because Fiddlesticks put the ward. We should actually just have ran with Brand altogether. That would have been better. But this Fiddlesticks is actually not even that good, because he should have been starting Wolves and then done Blue and Grump at the same time. But it's fine, we're just gonna look to invade him again. It does kinda make the early game a bit more rough for us, but we will see what we can do. Lee Sin is also not even in that good of a spot right now. I think champions such as Jarvan and Sensei are slightly better. Not that those are good either, but I think those are always better because they are more simple to play and pull off. But otherwise you have champions such as Rek'Sai that is really strong for early game and whatnot, so you definitely have other options for early game power other than Lee Sin, but everyone seems to just enjoy playing this champion. Can we pull off this gank if I hit this Q? Ooh, 2 HP, that was close. This means that we can't really invade the Fiddlesticks right now, but we will then invade him, or try to invade him, on his bot side jungle, on second jungle rotation, to try and deny him the Grump if possible. He is here on top lane, he did full clear. Still needs to do top scuttle though. We could zone him off it. He goes for it. Can also just help out mid lane once again, because they are kinda looking to fight. Fiddlesticks is gonna be here, but we should win the 2v2. There we go. Good rotation from the Brand as well. Put some vision down here. The biggest fan of the brand dying here. Would like to also invade the fiddlesticks on his wolves, but it doesn't really seem to be possible. Due to the fact that Caitlyn will help him out, Alistar can help out, Aurelia can also help out before any of my teammates can, so instead we'll just back off and play for the Drake. And we are of course gonna build into Gore Drinker, and then I'm thinking possibly Merc Threats. And then it's into either Movement Mortis or Death Dance, depending on if it's AP damage or AD damage that is fed. So yeah. Fiddlestick's blue buff is about to spawn. Doubt we can invade that one, but we will try and see if we can invade him on his red buff. Would be nice to hit level 6, but I doubt that we can hit it before. We can get level 6 if we steal away his red buff, but I doubt we can get to level 6 before his red buff spawns. Unless if we take both blue and grump. Oh, we can actually hit level 6 before his red buff spawns. He is also still on bot side right now. There we go, so now let's look to invade him. He's doing the wolves right now. It's not really a good fight for us. Fiddlesticks ends up dying. He hits level 6 though. But meanwhile we will take away his red buff. We can invade him on his crux here in just a sec, but we have to do it somewhat fast. Stop failing because he has smite. But that is all good. We force the smite, which means that we can then start up the Rift Herald. Just to be a little bit careful of his ulti. I'll actually just double smite it. So I have 2 stacks. I really ends up dying to this, which is not really that good. It'd be a lot better if we just played for the Rift. Got the Rift Herald. And maybe zone off the Aurelia. from mid lane and then possibly... we were a bit too late for it. Let's not go in. Just take this top scuttle and then base. Play for the Drake because we are guaranteed a good soul now that it cannot be a cloud soul. Unfortunately, gold-wise, it would have been nice to stay for Grump at least and then sell refillable, then we would have Gore Drinker, but then we'd be slow for the Drake. So we are hoping that Gore Drinker is not needed for this possible fight that can happen on Drake. But I don't even think they're gonna contest it, because Fiddlesticks doesn't have ulti because he used it on top lane to kill the Fiora. So I actually think it's a free Drake for us to take. This is not a good fight for us. I'm not gonna go because Alistar can combo me with knock up, so... I was tempted, I can't lie, to go in there, but it would not have been good to go in. I don't think. We're probably gonna look to use Riftail either in mid or bot lane. I would kinda like to use it somewhat fast, because otherwise I can't have access to ward jumps, so... I would love to use it instantly actually here. I think we will use it in mid. To be a little bit careful because Fiddlesticks does have ulti. But we do manage to get first tower. We could try and invade him on his red buff, but I think it's a bit unnecessary because we don't have ulti up. So I doubt that we can even kill him. I think it's better to just farm up my own jungle camps and then look for another play with whenever I have my next ulti up in 20 sec. And that will then either be in mid or bot lane, because I doubt Fiora will be able to do too much on side lane against Malphite this game. Malphite TPs, we need to spread out. I don't have the energy because I'm not using any auto attacks. I wanted to throw my Q, but I didn't have an angle despite smiting. Oh, I really wanted to kick, but I couldn't. If I kicked him, then it would have been really nice. So now we can either go for Movement Mortis or we can go for Death Dance. I think I would honestly rather go Movement Mortis. and then for Death Dance after. Now we just have to play for bot lane because Drake spawns soon, so no point in walking into topside camps, we just run straight into bot. If we can, we will try and make a play like 20-25 seconds before the Drake spawns. Otherwise we will just wait for a possible fight on Drake itself, but I don't think it will happen. Or if it does happen, I think we win, because Fiddlesticks just used ulti to kill me. So he's significantly weaker in this Drake fight compared to me. He is ahead in experience right now though. Got a free kill onto the Caitlyn. Nobody in that bush. Now we can either play for the Rift Herald or we can look for something on bot. I think I'll honestly just try and look for something on bot lane. If I just reacted to this play a bit faster, it would have been a 1-for-0 rather than a 2-for-1. Yeah, that's my bad. I should have not started the Grump. If I didn't start the Grump, I really wouldn't have gotten this double kill. It would just have been a clean 1-for-0 in our favor. So that's my bad, I could have prevented that from happening. We will just base, we have Moment Mortis, we will now build Death Dance because we need a little bit of armor into Caitlyn and Irelia, so then I think we can just play straight into Rift Herald honestly to make sure that they don't get the bounty, and then use this tower or this Rift Herald to break a tier 2 tower somewhere. Unfortunately, whenever I have Rift Herald, I can't do Ward Jump, so I'm not the biggest fan of doing Rift Herald on this Sin. Or at least I would prefer not me being the one picking it up. But yeah, we will just hopefully make a fast play. Did he take my red buff? No, he did not. This play is too far away for me to react to, so I'm not gonna go down there. I'll just farm up instead. Now we can kind of just chill. If we want to look for a free kill, then we can, but we have to be pretty sure that it's a free kill because we don't want to give unnecessary bounty gold or any other possible ways for the enemy team to get back, kinda like taking a 3v4 fight down here. This is not really something that is ideal. Instead, we would just like to play slow and play for the soul that is coming up, meanwhile making sure that they can't take Baron in the meantime. We do get one kill back. I might limit test here and try and look for kill. Do get the Caitlyn, but they do get the bounty onto the tower. We can then also kill the Irelia, that would be great. Just unfortunately not walking this way, so I doubt I will be able to impact this, yeah. They also get a bounty on top tower. So yeah, a pretty big throw from my team. Even if I was there and it was a 4v4, it wasn't really a needed 4v4. Because we would only take the fight if it's absolutely free. Which I don't think that situation was. Here I will just use the Rift Herald on top lane for some pressure. And that hopefully means that Malphite will go top lane to defend against Fiora and the Rift Herald. And then that means that Malphite will not be able to press R on us on the possible Drake fight coming up. So I'm not expecting the Rift Herald to do anything necessarily. I'm just hoping that it stops the enemy team from being able to rotate, because Drake spawns in 20 seconds and the Rift Herald is about to attack up here. So we will just put ourselves in position for the Drake. We would like to wait for Malphite to show before we start the dragon. Still, okay, now we see Malphite, so now we can take fight here. We win it, so now we can take the Drake for free, get the soul. Then we can start playing into Baron. Fiddlesticks ulted. Oh, if I hit that one. I was thinking about insecting the Fiddlesticks, but when I saw the Alistar, I was a bit afraid that Alistar would be able to Q me and then W me into the tower. That would not be good. So yeah, instead I just played it very defensively because I had still my movement Mortis, so Fiddlesticks wasn't gonna be able to one-shot me. I also didn't have ult. And I also still had my Gourd Drinker, so I wasn't really too afraid as long as Caitlyn and Arvelia didn't show up. So now we got the Baron, so we would like to just push with this Baron. I will actually just go top lane to push this up here. And I doubt we can break into the base with this Baron, but it should give us enough gold from towers that we simply cannot lose any more fights. Unless if they completely wombo combo us with like a 5-man Fiddlesticks ult or Malphite ult or Alistar combo, but as long as that doesn't happen, we should be good. And even in that case, we can just kind of send Fiora out on side lane for split push, so they can't get that wombo combo on at least 5 members. Now I also have my Death Dance. Now we could go something like a stopwatch into a GA. Could also go something like a Black Cleaver, would also not be bad. But I think since we're this far ahead, I don't really need the armor pen. I'm still so far ahead that I don't need the armor penetration. I just have 2 months AD. So I can just go a more defensive item rather than a tank shredding item. But they do have a lot of armor, so if I didn't go stopwatch into Guardian Angel, I would definitely have went for a Black Cleaver. And if we don't end the game fast enough, then I will just go GA next. Potentially look for something here. I should have flashed out, that's my bad. I could have lived, but I also greeted a bit too much regardless. Oh no, we gave them so many shutdowns here. That's actually really, really bad. I just gave 600, well 900 plus 1000, cause Zed also died. Now Brand is also gonna die. Oh no, it's a disaster. We're just gonna stack control words. I think it's more important than 15 armor. So now it just comes down to, can we probably team fight on the objectives that are coming up, so the Elder Dragon and the Baron. So we'll just, again, not walk towards topside because Elder is coming up and we want to be the first team on the Drake, because we don't want to run into the Alistar and Fiddlesticks and Malphite. We would rather have them run into us. Fortunately, I don't have stopwatch for this fight, so that could have an impact, but I do have my flash instead though, so either flash defensively if they go on me, or flash aggressively and try and do a good insec. This is not too good, my Brand gets picked off. It might come down to a steal now, if they decide to start it. Don't. Then we will just start it, maybe. We'll probably just wait until the rest of the team's alive, because they don't have Fiddlesticks ulti, so if it comes back to a 5v5, then they can't really fight us with no Fiddlesticks ulti. Wait, why did my Fiddlesticks just run? Or not my Fiddlestick, but my Twitch. But Fiddlesticks is dead, so they don't have Smite right now. But this is still very, very much a coin flip. Like, this is just 50-50. Hopefully my Twitch comes back. Suck to lose a game just because my AD carry DCs. I'm scared of recalling because I feel like if I recall, then there's a chance where they just start the Elder. Still 7k on it, 8k on it. The issue is that they have all of the ultis up, so we just have to try and poke and play around range, not group up too much. Very nice, we got the Caitlyn. Nice. I don't think we can end, can we? We can definitely not end because Caitlyn spawns in 15. We can get the inhib while I take this. Here I'll actually wait for my brand to be alive so he also gets the Elder. Because no one on the enemy team is alive, so I don't want to kill it before Brand is alive. Same thing would go for Baron. They were trying to go for the end, but at least I'll have GA now. Now my Twitch is also back, so that means that we don't have to flip this, we can kinda just chill. Instead of building into the Black Cleaver, we'll just go double Control Word and Elixir, because I think double Control Word is better due to the fact that we have more mobility than having a bit more HP and ability haste from a Kindle Gem. We should just look to rush the Baron while we have Elder. So and then with this Baron we can either play it fast and end with double inhib on top and mid, or we can play it slow and go for the bot inhib and then get triple inhib that way. And the team decides to take a fight while we still have Elder. Which they never win. And then it's just GG. Let's see the damage and the tanked damage. We did do a little bit of a throw overall as a team. I also did like a pretty big throw with the shutdowns, but in the end, because we played for the objectives, we ended up winning, and that is what ended up mattering and ended up winning us the game. I actually only did 14k damage. But I ended up tanking 30k, but once again, the reason why we won was because of the objectives. It wasn't because I was going to do like 40,000 damage or something, so yeah.